Today topic is social reform movements. This social reform consists of means the problems which were superstitious beliefs and which are not good for Indians. So this were wanted to change. Many people have come forward to change these practices. Regarding that one, we will talk. That are the social reforms what they have brought. Regarding them, we will be seeing. So Raja Ram Mohan founded Brahma Sabha in August 1828. So later it was named as Brahma Samaj. Means the Brahma Samaj is for to preserve the universe, means to treat the peoples all, but they were gone through based on readings of Upanishads, and these people does not believe that God does not have any shape, and these people does not follow any sculptures, paintings, means they believe just God is there through Vedas, meditation. These people believe in these things, and these people does not be idolatry, means just making the idols and worshipping it. The people does not belong, and this people is basically on services, means to help the poor, then the God will be happy. This concept is brought from purifying Hinduism. These people wanted to change some crucial things which are not good in Hindu system and to help the poor people. So this was Brahma Samaj was based on two pillars, that is Vedas and Upanishads, and that the people treating or helping the humanity is the big gift to the God, either than idolatry or pouring milk or practicing any social evils like sati, when a husband dies, killing the wife in the or bury her along with the husband. This kind of evil practices should be banned. So these people have brought many changes and made the people aware regarding this movement. And the movement was started in 1843. And these people also promoted Brahma Samaj has created knowledge among peoples, like doing the remarriages, means after earlier days when the husband dies, they are not eligible for again next marriage. And education of women. Earlier days women were not educated, they were made to only work at the homes. And abolition of polygamy was want to abolish, and everyone should be allowed into the temples, there should not be any discrimination. And Chandrasen was Acharya. Soon after he has joined Samaj, he experienced that they need some changes, and he has brought some popularizing movement to take the movement into the people. And after Keshav Chandra Sen, he was dismissed from Brahma Samaj because the movement was somewhat radical. Radical means the people who will get angry, like, or fighting, the people who believe in violence. But the main motto of Brahma Samaj was to say through Vedas, through proper Hinduism, to make some changes in Hinduism. Significance of Brahma Samaj. So what is the difference between Brahma Samaj and normal? The people started to worship just idols they were building and pouring the milk, not giving the food to the people. These were the things. So these people wanted to make. So these people completely disobey in idol worship. Just they believe in Vedas, Upanishads. So these people believe in these things, and they does not believe in divine avatars, means that something exists, does not have faith. And these people does not sculpture, like enjoying the authority, that particular enjoying, like Brahmin class enjoying complete rights, this kind of things they will not obey. And they completely criticize caste system. There is no definite caste, all people are equal. And there is no karma, means based on your previous birth you will getting all this karma. This is all nonsense. Like that of things were brought by this Brahma Samaj. Pratana Samaj. Here, the Keshav Chandra Sen, who helped in earliest in Brahma Samaj, he was actually in Brahma Samaj. But the ideologies were different, so he has separately founded Prardhana Samaj in 1863. He realized that rather than taking the Hindus into complete Vedas, rather than they should be educated, and through that they have to brought some changes, and he followed 4 agendas, 4-point agenda. They are, that is, disapproval, means to remove caste system, and women education, widows remarriage, and raising the age of both and females. Earlier 14 or 9 years, or even at childhood also the people, boy or male or female, was married. So this is the wrong system, and the age of that particular thing should be changed. These are the 4-point agenda which was brought by Keshav Chandra Sen through Prardhana Samaj. So important things include G. Ranade, Badrukar, and Chandra Warkar. These people are important who have supported Keshav Chandra Sen. Paramahamsa Mandali. This was founded in Maharashtra in 1848. So the main belief founder movement is in one God, like believing all gods, like 10 gods, 15 gods. This is not correct. They should believe only one God. They have only one God, and they have to primarily focus on breaking the caste barriers. There is no like Brahmana, Shudra, Vaishya, this kind of things are not correct, and they were educated to widows remarriage should be done, and women education is also important. And Paramahamsa Mandalis were formed at Pune, Satara, and other towns of Maharashtra. Satyasodhak Samaj. This was founded by Jyotiba Phule. He founded Satyasodhak Samaj in 1873. His main aim was to give education to backward classes like Malis, Telis, Kunibs, Saris, Dangaras. So these are completely backward classes. Dalits, or privileged Dalit classes. So main aim of this movement is to educate all the poor people and spread education among women and lower class people. And they also fought for entry of Dalits into temple, and to have socio-economic equalities. Everyone, poor or rich, all should be treated equally. This kind of things was brought by Jyotiba Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule. And the movement gave in deprived communities, like the people here, Brahmin class, were very much dominated and exploited. So this Jyotiba Phule and Savitribai Phule wanted to empower the lower caste people. Ramakrishna movement. This was started by Vivekananda. So the Brahma Samaj was mainly intellectual elites of Bengal, but they were not following only few things. So they were fond of satisfaction like bhakti and yoga. So the Ramakrishna movement was started with few monks and their practical spirituality. This is mainly spirituality, and to make these people also started education. Education is the main things in Ramakrishna missions, and they brought all people who are men, women, and children, irrespective of caste, creed, color, variability. Means here the main motto of these people is not spirituality. Along with spirituality, any caste people, any religion people can follow this Ramakrishna movement. So this was very much important movement, because all kind of people, irrespective of caste, it is helpful for all people. So it was next handed over by Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda also started to take this movement after the death of Ramakrishna, and this mission was founded by Ramakrishna in 1897, and he was mainly salvations of renunciation, meditation, bhakti, and increasing westernization and modernization. Till now, the people start regarding Vedas, Upanishads, or idol worships. But now Vivekananda is talking regarding meditation, bhakti, and westernization. Education is also important things, and modernization. Even the people also need to become modern to sustain in this society. So all these things brought the changes by Swami Vivekananda. Arya Samaj. It was founded by Dayananda Saraswati in 1824 to 1883. Dayananda Saraswati mean was a person who was not born in any caste, means they can get anything, but they should have minimum marriageable age at 25 years for boys and 16 years for girls. Means the marriage age was increased. Marriage age was increased by these people, and intercaste marriages and widow remarriages were also not encouraged by these people, and equal status of women was demanded for Samaj both in letter and in spirit. Sri Narayan Guru was started a movement. This was mainly regarding the Dalit movements, that is backward class people who are toddy tapers, means Dalits or backward class who are not able and who are untouchables, means these class people were treated as untouchable, not touching these people, and these people were denied of education. Education was not given to these people, and temple entry was banned for these people. So to develop these people, Sri Narayan Guru has brought this movement. According to this movement, so that is depressed class and upper classes should be given importance for the people to come forward. All the people who have condemned sacrificial beliefs, that is dismissal basis of caste, race, creed, these people should be given education, that is those who are in backward, to promote and to get them better education. And they have followed the social mobility of traditional distribution of power, federation, and backward classes into large people. Because of this movement, the Dalits or depressed class or backward class who are there, they want to make educated. With this, the society will be changing from time to time. So these are the things. This brought by Sri Narayan Guru through a movement. And the next movement is important movement which is brought for Muslims community, that is Aligarh movement. It was brought by a Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was a petty judge in English East India Company in British rule. So he followed a patronage, that is Muslim community is completely backward because of they followed Parda system. Parda system refers to burqa, means the women were not allowed for education. Education was not provided for these people. And the people in Muslim community followed Shariat and Islam. According to Shariat and Islam, they are not allowed for English education. English education is not given for these people, and they have to follow only Urdu and Quran. So for this purpose, he has bought a Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh Muslim University was formed to educate the people. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan believed the Indian Muslims will be the minorities, because in Muslim community there is no educated people. There is no educated people are not here. Because of this, they can't sustain in India. So to get Muslims also in better position, every Muslim should be educated. Along with, they should get education of English, modern education in Urdu, that is through Islamic language. So for these things, first he has started junior college, then after a university was set up for the development of Muslim community. Then he was advocate critical approach for to get freedom. He has supported for freedom India, but he was also a educationalist who has founded Muhammad Anglo Oriental College. Later it has become present day Aligarh Muslim University, which is located in UP. So in this movement he has made the changes for Muslim community. They had made him liberal and think modern to change the society, and he was important for Muslim intelligentsia. These were things which were brought in Anglo-Oriental College of Aligarh.